Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about a new scheme launched by Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. The scheme is NPS Vatsalya. This is a unique pension account designed specifically for minors. But it's not just a regular pension plan. Stick around and we will break it all down for you, including the benefits, withdrawal options and more. So let's get started. What is NPS Vatsalya? NPS Vatsalya is more than just a pension scheme. It's a savings-cum-pension plan. The biggest advantage, unlike the regular NPS, you can withdraw money before you turn 60. We will dive into the withdrawal and exit rules later in the video, but let's first talk about who is eligible and how you can open an account. So who can open this account? Any minor up to the age of 18 is eligible. There are two ways you can open NPS Vatsalya account. First is through points of presence. You can visit the branches of any major bank, India Post or pension funds and open NPS Vatsalya account. You can also open the accounts online via the eNPS platform. To open an account, here is what you will need. The guardian's KYC, which could be any valid ID like Aadhaar, passport, voter ID or driving license, proof of minor's date of birth like a birth certificate, matriculation certificate, PAN, passport, etc. And if the guardian is NRI, then an NRE or NRO bank account in the minor's name, solo or joint, is required. The account is set up in the minor's name, but the guardian manages the account. The minor is the sole beneficiary, meaning they will receive the benefits once they become eligible. Now let's talk about contributions. To open an account, you need a minimum 1000 rupees, but there is no upper limit. Every year you must contribute at least 1000 rupees, but again there is no maximum limit on how much you can contribute in a year. You can also choose from the range of pension funds registered with the PFRDA based on your financial goals. So what are the investment options available in NPS Vatsalya? You have three investment choices. First one is default choice, which is a moderate life cycle fund where 50% of investment goes into equity. The next one is auto choice. The guardian can select from three different life cycle funds: aggressive, moderate or conservative. In aggressive fund, 75% of your investment goes to equity. In moderate fund, 50% of your investment goes to equity, and similarly in conservative fund, only 25% of your investment goes to equity. Then we come to active choice. In active choice, the guardians can actively decide how to allocate funds across different categories, where they can invest in equity maximum up to 75%, and in corporate debt, government securities, they can invest up to 100% of their investment, and in alternate assets they can invest only 5% of the investment. Now let's get into the most important part of this scheme, which is withdrawals and exits. After a lock-in period of 3 years, you can withdraw up to 25% of the contributions for purposes like education or medical emergencies. You can do this up to 3 times. Then we come to exit, when you can exit this scheme. Once the minor turns 18, the account automatically transitions into a NPS Tier 1 account. If the total savings at this point of time exceeds 2.5 lakh rupees, then 80% of the amount must be used to purchase an annuity, which will be paid as pension once the person reaches 60 years of age, while the remaining 20% can be withdrawn as a lump sum. If the corpus is less than 2.5 lakh rupees, then the entire amount can be withdrawn in one go. And in the unfortunate event of minor's death, the full amount will be returned to the guardian. So what kind of returns can we expect from NPS Vatsalya? Based on my experience with NPS as a public sector employee, returns generally range from 8 to 12%, depending on how you allocate your funds between equity, debt and government securities. It's a decent long-term growth rate. Now, why is NPS Vatsalya a good option? It allows you to start saving for the future of your kid pretty early, even before the child begins working. Typically, around 25, a person starts saving for his future. With this scheme, you can start much early. Plus, the flexibility of partial withdrawals makes it a bit more practical than other long-term pension plans. But there are some downsides of the scheme as well. First, the investment period is too long and you can only withdraw 25% of the amount for specific purposes like education and health of the child before maturity. And second, it doesn't offer tax benefits you get with other schemes like Sukanya Samriddhi or PPF. So while the returns of around 10% per annum is reasonable, you need to decide if this long-term investment works for you and your financial goals.